Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Explosive Bundle of January 2025. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle, and have the opportunity to gain early access to videos by buying a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee or Ko-Fi. Your support means the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have Hands of Necromancy II, a retro-inspired first-person shooter that channels the spirit of 90s classics like Doom and Hexen, but with a twist. You're wielding powerful magic instead of guns. In this sequel by the HON team, you'll choose between 2 unique characters, Acheron, a Crimson Mage, and Phaedra, a Dark Witch. Each character comes with their own set of magical abilities and weapons, giving you different ways to wreak havoc on your foes. The game offers 3 episodes, totaling 27 stages to explore. You'll face an array of enemies, from sorcerers launching fireballs to web-shooting spiders. As you progress, you'll gain transformative abilities, like turning into a swamp serpent or hellburner, adding new tactical layers to your exploration. The game's expansive levels encourage thorough exploration to discover hidden secrets, key items, and alternate paths. The combat is fast-paced and fluid, making use of both melee and ranged magical attacks. Whether you prefer the precision of a keyboard and mouse, or the comfort of a controller, the controls are responsive and intuitive. Bringing fallen enemies back to life to fight by your side adds a strategic edge, especially in more challenging encounters. Visually, it captures the blocky charm of its retro inspirations, while delivering diverse atmospheric environments like castles, caves, and deserts. The epic soundtrack perfectly complements the dark, magical setting. If you're a fan of old-school FPS games with a modern magical twist, Hands of Necromancy II is a nostalgic journey worth taking. At number 2 we have Aeon Survivors, a single-player auto-shooter roguelike where you become a mech pilot defending Aeon City from relentless alien invaders. The game blends intense bullet hell mechanics with strategic resource management in an immersive cyberpunk setting. You'll dive straight into the chaos as a hacker-turned-pilot, controlling powerful mechs to obliterate waves of alien foes until extraction time. Each pilot comes with unique skills and mech loadouts, encouraging experimentation to find your preferred playstyle. As you navigate the ruined city, you'll face a variety of enemies, from swarming grunts to imposing bosses, all while dodging a barrage of enemy attacks in true bullet hell fashion. The action is punctuated by strategic decisions, like managing your mech's energy for shields, dashes, and attacks. Perks and weapon upgrades, such as fire auras and automated drones, allow you to tailor your approach, whether you prefer close quarters destruction or long-range domination. Aeon Survivors takes the familiar roguelike formula and gives it a mech-driven twist, with sleek 3D visuals that elevate the gameplay beyond traditional pixel art aesthetics. The progression system, featuring over 60 perk nodes and 75 skills, adds depth and replayability. As an early access title, some mechanics may feel convoluted, and occasional bugs can disrupt your runs. The repetitive music and the lack of clear pointers on the minimap can also be frustrating. However, the developers are actively working on updates, promising potential enhancements. If you love roguelikes and mech combat, Aeon Survivors delivers high-octane thrills and strategic depth. Its promising start makes it worth defending Aeon City. At number 3 we have SPRAWL, a first-person shooter that channels the retro charm of old-school FPS like QUAKE, Half-Life, and Deus Ex, delivering a fast-paced dystopian experience reminiscent of Ghost Runner and Doom 2016. In the 5 hours it takes you to complete the game on normal difficulty, SPRAWL impressively scratches that cyberpunk itch, despite a couple of minor glitches and finicky platforming issues. As 7, hunted by the oppressive authorities of a walled city, you embark on a mission to end the military junta's rule. The story unfolds through a mysterious voice in your head and text introductions, providing enough context for a citywide slaughter. SPRAWL's narrative takes a backseat to the gameplay, emphasizing high-octane action and fluid movement. The combat in SPRAWL is a heady mix of fast-paced, balls-to-the-wall action, requiring constant mobility to survive the onslaught of threats. The variety of weapons and enemy types keeps the combat engaging, presenting a compelling puzzle to solve. The game's difficulty ramps up significantly in the second half, offering a challenging and rewarding experience for players. While SPRAWL excels in combat, it introduces brief moments of platforming and item collection, occasionally feeling superfluous. The game's boss battles, though somewhat repetitive, add an extra layer of challenge and variety to the campaign. The soundtrack, sound design, and visuals contribute to the overall experience, creating a cyberpunk atmosphere that complements the supersonic gameplay. Despite minor traversal issues and a frustrating late-game bug, SPRAWL stands out as an excellent retro shooter with modern sensibilities. Its fluid movement, gratifying combat, and bombastic soundtrack make it a fantastic and challenging FPS that will satisfy your violent urges for a thrilling half-dozen hours. Embrace the challenge, and SPRAWL will deliver a supremely satisfying shooter experience. At number 4 we have BPM, Bullets Per Minute, a game that combines elements of roguelike, rhythm, and first-person shooter games. Developed and published by All Interactive, it offers a unique gameplay experience. The game's main hook revolves around syncing the actions of firing and reloading weapons with a synth-tinged rock soundtrack. Acting in time with the beat is crucial, as shooting or reloading offbeat can lead to consequences such as gun jams and failed reload attempts. Enemy attacks are also tied to the music, creating a constant dance between the player and monsters. While the rhythm mechanic initially provides satisfying moments, the game's influence from Doom becomes apparent as the player progresses. Constant movement and cramped rooms filled with enemies require the player to adapt to 2 different rhythms simultaneously, which can be disorienting and challenging. However, the game offers an auto rhythm option that frees the weapons from the soundtrack, allowing players to focus solely on the Doom-like rhythm and enjoy the experience to a greater extent. BPM incorporates roguelike elements, but it lacks permanent advantages between runs. Coins can be used to increase stats and purchase weapons and items, but the distribution of these resources feels chaotic and unbalanced. Similarly, dungeon variations and challenging enemy variations can sometimes feel unfair when encountered unexpectedly. Despite its flaws, BPM has enjoyable aspects detached from the central rhythm mechanic. The game offers rock-infused fun, although players may need to invest time to discover and appreciate these aspects. Ultimately, BPM, Bullets Per Minute, is a promising concept that stumbles in its execution, but finds redemption when breaking its own rules. At number 5 we have QUAKE, a visually enhanced version of a groundbreaking first-person shooter that pays homage to the roots of the genre. With its dark fantasy setting and innovative gameplay, QUAKE continues to inspire retro-style FPS games. The game takes you back to 1996, offering updated visuals with support for 4K resolution and widescreen displays, while maintaining the authenticity of the original. The improved models, dynamic lighting, and depth of field breathe new life to the world of QUAKE. The campaign of QUAKE is a gripping journey where you assume the role of Ranger, a formidable warrior on a mission to combat corrupted knights, deformed ogres, and twisted creatures across haunting dimensions. Each level, from infested military bases to ancient castles and gothic cathedrals, immerses you in a sinister and atmospheric world. Your ultimate goal is to collect the 4 magic runes, granting you the power to defeat an ancient evil threatening humanity. QUAKE offers not only the original expansion packs, but also 2 new expansions, providing fresh content and extending the gameplay experience. In addition, the game offers multiplayer options, including online matches and local split-screen battles, catering to both cooperative and competitive play. The introduction of the all-new Horde mode adds to the excitement, allowing you to face endless waves of monsters. Bethesda Softworks ensures players have access to additional free mods and missions, contributing to the game's replayability and a thriving QUAKE community. Cross-play support allows you to play with friends across different platforms, while the game's technical performance remains exceptional, making it accessible to both longtime fans and newcomers. For fans of retro FPS games, QUAKE is a must-play experience. Its fast-paced gameplay, immersive atmosphere, and nostalgic appeal create an adrenaline-fueled adventure that will keep you hooked from start to finish. Whether you're reliving the past or discovering QUAKE for the first time, this enhanced version offers an incredible journey into the origins of the FPS genre. At number 6 we have Chop Goblins, the latest creation from developer David Szymanski, known for the game Dusk, offers a delightfully whimsical and time-killing experience. The game presents itself with title screen music that sets the stage for the wackiness you're about to encounter. It's described as a micro-shooter, designed to be enjoyed in a single sitting, which is a refreshing departure from lengthy open-world epics. The story, delivered through level intro screens, adds charm to the game. You inadvertently release the mischievous Chop Goblins from a dusty old box in a museum basement, setting off a time-traveling adventure filled with havoc. This whimsical narrative influences every aspect of the game, from weapons to levels, even introducing a unique take on Dracula. While there are only 5 levels, each is meticulously crafted, featuring lo-fi QUAKE-style graphics and dense environments with hidden areas and multiple paths. Collecting Chop coins for points adds replay value as you aim for the top in the in-game leaderboards. In terms of gameplay, Chop Goblins excels. The 5 weapons available all feel snappy and satisfying, each serving a distinct purpose. Limited ammo for each weapon forces strategic swaps and ammo hunting, creating an enjoyable juggling act. Combat against the iconic Chop Goblins is a balance of tension and humor, with their distinct appearance and voice lines adding to the fun. Chop Goblins offers various difficulty modes, competitive leaderboards, and an hour-long runtime, ensuring plenty of reasons to return. It's a whimsical arcade-like experience, perfect for quick, smile-inducing gameplay, a true gem in Szymanski's impressive game lineup. At number 7 we have Dimensional Slaughter, an adrenaline-packed, fast-paced roguelike movement shooter that challenges you to stay in constant motion while battling enemies across various dimensions. Drawing inspiration from titles like Ultra Kill and Post Void, this game throws you into a chaotic combat where every kill is essential for healing, and one wrong move can lead to permadeath, forcing you to start all over again. In this shooter, you're tasked with non-stop running, shooting, and dodging to survive. The movement mechanics shine, letting you slide, wall jump, and even rocket jump to evade enemy attacks or unleash devastating blows. The fast pace of the game keeps you on edge, and mastering the complex movement system is key to success. The procedural levels and randomized enemy waves add variety to each run, making every attempt feel fresh. The retro-styled visuals and metal soundtrack create a high-energy atmosphere, amplifying the tension and excitement. With leaderboards, you can also compete with others in speedruns, adding to the game's replayability. However, some players find the difficulty overwhelming, especially with the weapon balancing and aggressive enemy spawn rates. But, if you enjoy hardcore shooters, this challenge might be what draws you in. For those who thrive on quick reflexes and relentless action, Dimensional Slaughter offers an intense and rewarding experience. Just be prepared for a steep learning curve, and get ready to embrace the chaos. At number 8 we have the Hong Kong Massacre and Splatter Zombiecalypse Now Double Pack. A double pack of action-packed indie games, a blend of stylish gunplay and zombie-blasting chaos. In the Hong Kong Massacre, you're drawn into a gritty revenge tale inspired by John Woo's movies. The top-down shooter challenges you to eliminate waves of gangsters in a series of brutal stages using bullet time and cinematic acrobatics. While its visuals and soundtrack set the mood, the gameplay stumbles due to unresponsive aiming and punishing AI. Even with weapon upgrades and replay incentives like accuracy challenges, frustration often outweighs fun. Dodging gunfire can be thrilling, but it is frequently undercut by imprecise controls and overwhelming enemy numbers. Still, if you can endure the rough edges, there's a slick, albeit flawed experience to enjoy. On the other hand, Splatter Zombiecalypse Now delivers a more straightforward and satisfying twin-stick shooter. You play as Max, a jaded survivor in a post-apocalyptic world, mowing down zombies with an arsenal of devastating weapons. The campaign's brevity, clocking in at about 3 hours, is balanced by co-op and survival modes for added replayability. While the narrative and voice acting lead into campy charm, the gameplay shines with cathartic combat and dynamic lighting effects. Boss fights offer variety, though some, like the vehicle segment, are poorly executed. Both games excel in bursts of fun, but have flaws that prevent them from greatness. This pack is best suited for action fans, seeking short, visceral thrills, without expecting perfection. At number 9 we have Anomalous, a game that catapults you into the heart of Kosolov, a grim industrial city entangled in its own machinations. This game is a pixelated low-fidelity 90s throwback, a hyper-fast action shooter that promises an adrenaline-pumping experience with a bit of platforming. As you traverse through the city's twisted alleys, you'll confront manufactured monstrosities, biomass horrors, and a relentless military authority hell-bent on purging all life. The game boasts 15 levels of pure chaos, and with each level the stakes rise, unveiling the city's secrets. The pixel art, reminiscent of classic 90s shooters, adds a nostalgic charm, embracing the era's aesthetic while carving its unique identity. The retro-inspired heavy metal and techno soundtrack amplifies the intensity, syncing with your every move. Being a solo developer venture, Anomalous acknowledges its early access status, providing players with a playable base featuring 2 hours of gameplay across 15 levels. While the graphics may not be cutting edge, they are effective, creating an immersive atmosphere that complements the frenetic action. However, during this early access phase, do expect some bugs that the developer is actively quashing. The game's promise lies in its commitment to player feedback. The developer actively seeks input to shape the game's evolution. The roadmap includes more items, enemy types, and a revamp of the initial maps, offering a glimpse into the planned expansions during the early access phase. Despite some rough edges, Anomalous has garnered a very positive reception on Steam, a testament to its potential. If you're a fan of old-school shooters like Doom or Quake, Anomalous invites you to delve into its early access journey, urging you to be a part of its development cycle and witness its transformation into a complete, adrenaline-fueled masterpiece. At number 10 we have Viscerafest, a fast-paced, old-school first-person shooter that puts you in the role of Caroline, a space marine who must murder her way through hordes of alien enemies and uncover the secrets of an ancient and deadly cult. The game's violence is intense and unrelenting, with murder and gore depicted in a cartoonish but still quite graphic manner. As you progress through the game's levels, you'll face a variety of different enemy types, each of their own strengths and weaknesses. You'll need to use a combination of weapons and tactics to take them down and survive the brutal and bloody battles that await you. The game's combat is challenging but satisfying, with a range of weapons and upgrades at your disposal to help you murder your enemies with maximum efficiency. You'll need to be quick on your feet and precise with your shots, as the enemy hordes can be overwhelming at times. One of the standout features of Viscerafest is its level design, which is both intricate and expansive. Each level is filled with secrets and hidden areas to discover, rewarding you for exploring and taking risks. The game's art style is also impressive, with vibrant colors and bold designs that make each level and enemy stand out. The violence in Viscerafest is over the top and cartoonish, with murder and gore depicted in a way that is both shocking and entertaining. However, the game's focus is on fun and action, and the violence serves to heighten the excitement and intensity of the gameplay. Overall, Viscerafest is a thrilling and addictive first-person shooter that will test your reflexes and tactical skills. The game's focus on exploration and secrets adds depth and replayability, while its cartoonish violence and vibrant art style make it a joy to murder your way through each level. If you're a fan of old-school shooters and enjoy a challenge, Viscerafest is one for you. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is a mixed bag of genres, but it packs value for anyone willing to explore its offerings. Prey shines as an immersive experience, but its slower pace may feel out of place next to the high-octane boomer shooters included. Despite some odd choices, the bundle offers plenty to enjoy, from the creepy atmosphere of Deathbloom to the chaotic charm of Eden Survivors. Whether you're trading or diving into the bundle, there is something here to spark interest for most players. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And maybe consider unlocking early access to videos by buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.